Welcome to the show, everybody. We are headed up to Otter Tail Lakes Country, one of our favorite spots in American Heroes Outdoors. We love Otter Tail Lakes Country, and I'm telling you, this is going to be a special show because we have law enforcement officer Colby Palmersheim, and he's going to be chasing muskies. This is a special opportunity to go up and try to catch the fish of a lifetime in Otter Tail Lake Country. Also coming up is our next Scheels Hometown Hero, Sebring. So stay tuned.
American Heroes Outdoors shares the stories of our nation's true heroes, a documentation of journey, commitment, struggle, and healing. A glimpse into the sacrifice and bravery of our service men and women. This is American Heroes Outdoors.
8 big fish.
Well, 65-degree water temp, so we're gonna stick outside weed lines and deep rocks outside weed lines. We're gonna put 2 suckers out, and then we're gonna cast on top of it. With that warm water temp, about anything will work right now. So it's just a matter of getting them to open up and eat. So,
Been fishing all my life. I primarily do ice fishing. This is actually my second time coming out this year, but I've never been musky fishing. So hopefully we'll get a couple in the boat, and should be a good day.
I think the majority of what we'll see today will probably be on the live scope. They've been really interested. They come up, check it out, kind of back off, but pretty easy to pick out down there. Oh, look at that. We already got a muskie on.
Really?
Right there. Muskie's coming up. He's on the sucker right now.
One, Shannon?
Yeah, nope. The one we just put out, which I'll name Paco. He kind of left it a little bit. I think he's actually back on that one right now. So we think we got one on the sucker. We had a pretty good run. We seen him on the live scope. Bobber went crazy. So we're gonna assume we got one on there and play it like that. All right, why don't you come up front? Oh yeah, we got one on there. And I'm serious, when you set that hook, it's gonna be everything, okay?
Am I going straight up with that set?
Straight up. We want that fish going away.
Okay. Got to reel in some of the slack here?
Yep, kind of manage that slack a little. It's gonna happen quick when I tell you. You're just gonna reel up fast and smack him, okay?
Yep.
Okay, reel down and make sure you load that rod up, okay? Reel, 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 reel. Get ready. Set it. Oh, I got him. Well, that ought to be pretty cool. Nice job. That's a decent one. Heck yeah. First fish of the day, I'll take him anyway. First muskie?
First muskie.
Perfect. All right. Now these are for you and her. Okay? When you reach in there and grab it, your entire hand is essentially in their mouth. So if she flails, her gill plates will cut the back of your hand really bad.
Okay.
So these are for you and her. So put these on and then get them wet. And that'll kind of protect you both. That we'll give ourselves some more time. We'll let her rest.
Just like that?
Yep. And then put your other hand, kind of support her belly. So then what you want to do when you release is you'll set her down and just grab her tail and hold.
Okay.
No pumping, no nothing, we're just gonna hold her. And kind of swing her head forward into her tail.
How cool is that?
Man, I love musky fishing. You gotta wipe a little of that slime on your face. Good luck.
That was a lot different than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was gonna fight, and it just set the hook and came right up.
Seeing the look on people's face, I mean, that's my favorite part. I care less about the fish, it's a bonus, but watching somebody's face when they set the hook or they see the fish finally in the net for the first time, that's the greatest thing ever. It really is, it's cool.
We're sharing more stories on our social media pages, Scheels Hometown Heroes, Sunday Service Spotlight, and more. Help us share more stories of our servicemen and women.
Okay, so this is my favorite size sucker, kind of that 13 to probably 15, 16. That's a really good size. If you were gonna go after just one giant, I might go bigger, but if you're just going for fish, about 14, 15 inches is about perfect. My quick strike rigs, I make these myself. Essentially, it's kind of a Joe Booker rig, but there's a few modifications. So I like this one big single hook, and that one's gonna go lightly right through the front lip. You want it in there somewhat good so it doesn't just rip out, but the harder you have it in there, the harder it's going to be to get those hooks out and into the fish. So with the second hook, I run I shrink wrap one hook straight off the back, and I straighten this hook out in the boat. So I'll show you the reason for that here. So what you're going to do with this first hook, come right behind the head, you'll pinch a few scales off, and make sure you got a good handle on these fish because they'll move on you. So pinch a few scales off, you're going to take that hook, and go in and right back out. Now that hook is pinned against the side of that sucker and all the points are facing forward. That's exactly how you want it. The other one, you're going to come over on the other side, pop a few scales off, take that hook and do the exact same thing. Get in there we go. So now we got both hooks sitting in the sucker, everything's facing forward, and everything's nice and easy, so when you set that hook hard, everything will come right out of that sucker and into the muskie. Hopefully make your day.
I did not know what I was getting into. I've never done musky fishing before, and well, that bobber was down, heart kind of skipped a beat, and then once we got up to it and actually felt how big of a fish that is when I set the hook, and then saw it jump out of the water with something else. So I grew up in Rochester, graduated in 2009, always had interest in law enforcement, and I went to school in Alexandria for law enforcement. The first job I got was for Worthington Police Department in 2012. Well, I was down there, I met my wife. We had a camper up in Alexandria, and at the time I was running a K9 with Worthington. Once he retired, I was kind of ready for something else. In the meantime, my parents had moved to Alexandria, and my wife's parents are from Perham, so we kind of settled on Otter Tail County and applied up here. I actually first started with Fergus Falls PD, worked there for 3 years, and then applied for the Sheriff's Office again and finally got a job at the Sheriff's Office. So I've been with the Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office now for 2 years. So I'm a deputy. Anything from traffic stops, traffic enforcement, to taking calls for service, criminal investigations, anything you'd call 911 for. Well, I think the biggest thing is we're not out there to get anybody. We're out there to try to make the community a little bit safer and make a solution to some type of problem. We're not out there harassing people or, trying to victimize people. We're really just out there trying to make the place a little bit safer for everybody else.
pop that other one out. Gonna hang out for a second. There's a good chance he'll come back and hit it. So.
American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Scheels, the Disabled American Veterans, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, Skeeter Boats, and Yamaha Outboards, Woodland Resort, Otter Tail Lakes Country, Ice Castle Fish Houses, S&S Promotional Group, Devil's Lake Tourism, and Minnesota Truck Headquarters.
This is an awesome community. I think we were very well supported throughout the entire county, including our seasonal people or just weekend guests. One thing I like to do on the weekend mornings is just drive around these little lake neighborhoods and chat with people outside doing yard work and whatnot. I feel like they appreciate it, and it's good to get to know the people that live in the area too.
I think it's awesome just to see muskies. I jokingly call them Sasquatch.
You want to get that back, Bobber? I felt him pop that one. Okay, now I am going to have you get over my head, and we're going to get so the boat's facing that way.
Okay.
I want you to slow lift, make sure he's on there before you go. I felt him hit it. That sucker don't exactly have a ton of life left. See the sucker. Okay, you're gonna reel in and hit him. Reel. Reel. Pull that.
That's a fish.
Woo! Payback.
That's my favorite part of the day right there.
Did we just get the same one, you think?
I think that was the one that followed me.
Yeah, I almost guarantee it is.
Good job, Colby.
Sweet.
Good job. Atta boy.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a pretty fish. Real quick. We'll do it real quick. 43 and a half.
Right.
Is there anything cooler than watching that slow swim away? Here, knuckles. Nice. Good job, Colby.
Thanks. That was cool. This has been an awesome experience.
Well, it's been a pretty dang good day. It's beautiful out here. I'm pretty sure we've been the only boat out here all day. What are we up to now? 14 fish we've seen.
Lucky number 14.
Caught 2. We missed one other one. 3 fish bit suckers. We had a couple real close calls casting on baits. The sucker bite should be going right now. Like you said earlier today, the water's just warm, but the fish are ready for it. They're willing to move on it. The feed bag's on. This has been an awesome day. To watch Colby catch a couple big muskies. You know, he's never done it before today, and then now he's practically running the whole show out here. He's doing really good. He's got a couple really nice fish, and it's been a lot of fun. The conversation's been great. Fishing's been good. I'm just really happy with today. It's been perfect. Couldn't ask for any better.
what I was trying to say was, I consider muskies a lot like Sasquatch. Just seeing one is awesome. And we've seen 13, 14, maybe 15 fish today. Colby got 2, which is awesome. And yeah, it's just amazing to me that there's a place on earth like this. Like, you can come here, the trees are beautiful, the weather's been beautiful, and the fishing's been great. And it's just awesome to live in a place like this and to have folks like Colby working hard to protect us and serve. And we're just grateful to do what we do and live where we live.
No, it's really awesome. You know, those guys do so much for us. They keep us safe. They keep all the riffraff down. And they're in harm's way, so we don't have to be. So it's a good opportunity to say thanks to him, and I really appreciate what he does. It's just cool to kind of give something back to him.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. And now it's time for our next Scheels Hometown Hero, Jason Sebring.
The military route was kind of the family business. Everybody in the family always kind of just went into the military, Navy, Army, and Marines, and just kind of, so had good inspiration that way growing up. My dad was in the Army, my uncle served in Vietnam, and just different heroes in a sense, or people in my life that were in the military.
Welcome to Scheels Hometown Heroes.
Scheels Hometown Heroes is a way for us to say thanks
to those that serve our country and our community,
and are still giving back to others today.
We honor your service by sharing your stories.
From all of us at Scheels, thank you for your service. Hi everyone, Brandon last year with Colorado Springs Scheels. We just wanted to take a few moments to recognize our next Scheels Hometown Hero, Jason Sebring. And from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to thank you for your service and thank you for everything you've done.
I grew up in Cokato, Minnesota. That's where I graduated high school, and I guess most of my childhood was. I was an Army brat growing up, so we moved around a little bit. I ended up going to Great Lakes, Illinois to boot camp, and I started there, and I went there for my what we call A school, or my technical training, and we deployed to the Persian Gulf in April of 2001. So that's where most of my military time started, and so about a year after my initial training, I was actually heading out to my first deployment.
We met in Japan. We were stationed on the same ship and initially hated each other, and then kind of built a relationship from there that just kind of blossomed. We were both really good at our jobs. We hated having the other help.
And the first time I met her, the commanding officer asked me to go down and help fix the 5-inch guns. And there this little 5'2" gal was hovering over me like no one's business, because she was afraid I was going to break her guns, when I told her that I was actually there to fix her stuff for her. As time evolved, our distaste for each other kind of grew into a love for each other, and now it's just kind of a can't get enough of each other. So. When 9/11 happened, I was actually standing pier watch, and at the time, our officer of the deck came across and said, you know, everyone go to condition 1. You know, we just had an attack on U.S. soil. Of course, you know, last time attacking American soil was a long time ago, so you don't really know what's happening. But, you know, you've been trained to do and follow orders, and you go to condition 1, and it put a whole different strict set of rules on people coming and going. And then from there, our command launched Tomahawk missiles into Afghanistan. So, and like I said, that was the start of my first tour and first deployment. The war in Afghanistan kind of leads to heightened tensions across the rest of the world. So I've been anywhere from China to Hong Kong, Taiwan. I've been up to North Korea and South Korea's and their waters, just traveling the coastlines and then just supporting there for Afghanistan and doing different things.
And then we used our GI Bill, both of us at the same time, and got our degrees. And he went for a surgical technologist, and he's been doing it ever since.
Helping put people back together again. I mean, we always see people on their worst days, and we just know that going forward after seeing us that we don't get to see the end results and the happiness that'll come from it, but we do know that it's a meaningful job. But then for the last 10 years, I've been working as a surgical technologist down here in Colorado Springs. commuting from the lovely mountains because it's worth it. Currently I work for the Colorado Springs Orthopedic Group. Some things too that's part of our worst days go is if we lose someone on the operating room table, we leave things as is and then we scrub out and we scrub into another surgery because there's still people that need our help regardless if we were successful or failure on one level or another. So, and you kind of got to separate it and saying, well, we did our best, you know, and you go on to the next one.
It does not surprise me that Jason was nominated for this. He's always just a great friend and a great family man, and his work and his service has run over into his civilian life. You can see it in him and his family all the time.
He did do the Posse, which is a volunteer program that works with the Tail County Sheriff's Office.
My profession's from day one, being in the military, you're working behind the scenes. Even my current profession, well, like I said, most people won't remember that I even existed after their surgery. I don't like getting recognized for things that I feel most people should do on their own. And it just should be good human nature to go out and do things for others. Just like being neighborly, just helping out when you can, where you can.
Wow, what a show, everybody. Musky fishing is an adventure on its own, and Colby Palmersheim, thank you for your service. Law enforcement officers deserve our praise every day. 2 nice fish catches, but a ton of action across the whole show. Thank you, Colby. Stay tuned next week as we head to Fergus Falls with Pitt Properties on 9/11, the 20th anniversary of 9/11, with the Pitt Properties doing some goose hunting up in Fergus Falls.
Interested in supporting our mission at American Heroes Outdoors? Go to AmericanHeroesOutdoors.com to nominate your very own hero or drop a donation to support our nation's true heroes.